Welcome to the Gamasutra Job Board help videos, where we show you just how easy it is to use a job board on Gamasutra. This video is about best practices for using the job board. It applies directly to best practices for employers. The first best practice that I'd like to talk to you about only applies to companies who've been with the job board since before September of 2013. And it applies to cleaning up user profiles and company profiles. The reason for this cleanup is that user profiles and company profiles weren't necessarily visible to all users in the job board previously. What that ended up creating is a scenario wherein you're going to have users who maybe shouldn't have access anymore, who still do, as well as redundant company profiles that may be out of date. But it's actually really easy to clean them up. The first thing that you're going to do is log into Gamasutra. We have a separate video covering that. We'll then go over to the job board, click on My Account. To edit the user accounts, you're going to click on User Accounts. Here you'll be able to see all of the sub-users who have access. Quick caveat, you won't have the user account button available to you if you are not a master account holder. Only master account holders are able to see all of the sub-users. It's the only differentiator between what we would call a master account holder and a sub-user. Sub-users are able to see everything else in the system. In order to gain access to the master account, you may have to email us. Unless you can figure out who that person is internally, we're happy to help. So the account cleanup is really easy. You'll go ahead and click delete on anyone who's left the company. Click on edit for anyone who maybe their name or email address has changed. And click create account for anyone you want to add. A big caveat there is once you create a new account, that person won't be able to log on until they click the activation link that they'll receive in email once the account creation process is complete. Now, the other thing you're going to want to take a look at is company profiles. Again, log in, click on My Account, and then this time click on Company Profiles. Here you're going to see your master account, the main larger company account, as well as all of the accounts for subsidiaries. Editing is the same process. You click on Edit to change any details, delete, and you can also create a new company profile. That's really all there is to it. Moving on to the next best practice. Post jobs using the Gamasutra applicant tracking system, not necessarily your internal applicant tracking system. This is going to enable candidates to demonstrate interest in the job by providing you with their LinkedIn profile. It's going to increase the candidate flow by up to 60% and give you a lot of warm leads. From there, you'll be able to easily categorize the candidates and submit batch email addresses to those who you think are interesting. Let me show you how. Now, again, this is really important to emphasize. One of the causes of drop-off in candidates is giving them too much of a barrier to entry. Giving them too many steps to go through in order to apply for a job. The Apply Through LinkedIn functionality that we've implemented on the job board is intended to circumvent that. It's literally a few steps, and the candidate has completed their process of demonstrating interest. They haven't necessarily given you all the information that you needed, but they have demonstrated that they're interested in the job. And you can take a look and decide whether or not you think that they're worth pursuing. If you do, then it's really easy to send a batch message to all of the people who you think are qualified and have them take additional steps in the candidate qualification process. Here's how. You're going to log into the Gamasutra Job Board. You're going to click on Manage Jobs. Now I need to find some jobs that are relevant, that have candidates in them. You'll then click on that job. And then click on Applicants. You're going to go through and look at each applicant, assign a status to them. And then once you figure out which applicants you want to send a message to, you can go ahead and sort by whatever status. Use a checkbox to select all of those that you want to send a message to. Click on Message. You can then type in whatever message you want, whatever subject line. You can also save the message for future use and hit Send. That's all there is to it, and this is how you can get those candidates whose LinkedIn profiles look really good into the next step. The next best practice that we'd like to talk about today is that you should select up to 3 applicable categories in the market sector platform option for job postings. This is going to enable you to get your jobs posted alongside relevant editorial content on Gamasutra. Let me show you exactly what I mean. This is one of the value propositions that we have for the job board on Gamasutra. That we're able to get your jobs posted alongside editorial content. This enables you to get access to qualified passive candidates who may not be actively looking because they're reading the content that's aligned with your job. Here's an example. I'm clicking on an article page. This article page is tagged smartphone, tablet, and mobile games. It means that the jobs down here, the employer who posted them tagged them with one or the other. Right here under the related jobs category. Let me show you how to do it. So again, you'll log into the job board on Gamasutra. You'll click on Post Jobs. And when you're going through the job posting process, you'll select up to 3 categories for market sector platform. That'll get your jobs posted alongside editorial content. Article pages, not only article pages though. This also gets included alongside newsletter content. It gets included in the index pages and several other marketing channels. Okay, so the next best practice that I'd like to talk to you about today is get the most for your money. Post an enhanced weekly refresh job. Let me show you exactly what I mean and why it's valuable. So we have different types of job postings on Gamasutra. And I think that a picture speaks 1,000 words for this one. So first of all, you have a standard job. This visual concepts UI artist job, that's a standard job. Then you have an enhanced job. And this is really intended to stand out from the list. As you can see, Skyjoy, this game programmer, would be an enhanced job. You get to have your company logo. You get to have a short description. Also has some color around it to really draw attention. Now, the other added value point is that we provide something called a weekly refresh. And this is a rather unique concept where we actually refresh your job to the top of the list every week for the duration of the job posting. Now, the other thing to note about saving money on job postings is that you can actually, the more job postings that you purchase at once, the more that you're going to save. So that's really all there is to it. That's our list of best practices, and we hope that you're going to get a lot of value out of using our job board. Definitely let us know if you have any questions.